All right. So, Excel Guided Project 3-3 for those that are watching this on the YouTube channel. Sorry about that. I didn't click the button. Now I did. So here we go. One file. One file. Start file. Let's click it. You should all know how to do this by now. So it's going to be your name, Blue Lake 03. I'm going to go ahead and open it. There it is. Yes, people online, you'll notice I'm to the right today instead of the left, because I don't want to block everything that's over there on the left side. All right, here we go. What do I click now?
Enable editing.
Enable editing. Thank you. All right. So you're going to notice that this Excel workbook has two sheets. One that says first period, and the other one, we're going to start with the second one here, by the way, everybody. We're going to click on revenue by department. That's the one we're going to start on. I know it's the second sheet, but that's the one that the book's going to have you start with for the instructions. You notice that all the data is here. I would like you to make this just a little bit bigger so that you can see what you're doing. Zoom in other words. Make it bigger. All right. For this first part, when we are creating the chart, there is a specific way you have to select the cells. I know a couple people in here had some difficulty with this before. I'm going to go very, very, very slowly for this first part, and then we're going to take off through the rest of it. So here we go. We're not typing anything in here, everybody. We're just going to use the data that exists. So here we go. Already did step 1. Step 2. We've already clicked on the revenue by department sheet. That's the sheet that we're on. Notice what it says. We're going to select A4 through F4 first, then we're going to press Control, we're going to hold Control down, and then we're going to select cells A13 through F13. So let me do the first part of this. First part, you're going to do this. Put your pointer in the middle of A4, which is right here. You're going to hold down your left mouse button and drag across to St. Louis. You're not selecting total, you're only going to St. Louis. And you're going to let go of your mouse, like this. Okay, so that's all you should have selected right now. Do you all have that selected? A4 through F4. You put your pointer in the middle of A4 and you drag across to F4. That's it, and then let go. Are you all there? I'm not leaving anybody behind. Everyone else has said yes. Let me know when you're ready. A4 through F4. Put your pointer in the middle of A4, you drag over to F4. Let me know when you're ready. Now, with your other hand, your non-mouse hand, we're going to hold the Control key down. With your mouse hand, you have to do it exactly like I do it or it's not going to work. You're going to put your pointer, notice how I'm moving my pointer, to the middle of A13 where it says golf. You're going to hold down the left mouse button while you're holding Control, and you're going to drag to 1250. Then you're going to let go of your mouse, and then you're going to let go of Control. If it doesn't look like this, you're not going to get it right. Okay, I'm not getting any nodding, so I'm going to continue. All right, so now, with those cells selected, do not click anywhere else right now. We are going to insert a 3D pie chart. So to do that, if I'm going to insert a chart, what tab do I click? Insert. Insert tab. And here it is, right here in charts. It looks like a pie. We're going to click that button right there. If we're doing a 3D pie, which one do I click on?
3D pie.
3D pie, very good. And at this point, it should look like this. Golf with five different cities on the bottom. Everybody. Front row, everybody good? Back row, do I need to pick on you some more? People in the middle, you're good. Okay, all right. So next, I'm going to go ahead and save this. Control S, save it. We are going to move the chart now. Now the good news is, it doesn't take much to move the chart. Let's go to the instructions. Step 3. We already have the chart object selected, so we don't have to worry about step A. Now, we're going to change it to style 3, so check it out. Check it out, everybody. Up here, it's going to be this third one in the chart styles, the silver looking one. That's style 3. Click that. So after you clicked it, what happened? It changed it to what color? Like a silver color? What did it do with all the cities? What did it do to the cities? They're all on which? They're on the right now. And what's on the pie?
The percentage.
Right, we have percentages. That makes a lot more sense than what we had before. Now, if you love the silver color, everybody, we're going to do another chart with the silver, with the style 3 in just a few minutes. Okay, so moving on. Now we're on step 4. I told you this was going to be a fast one today. They want us to, all this is saying here is, the upper left corner of that chart should be in cell H4. The bottom right, everybody, look, should be in Q19. So the first thing we're going to do is, watch this, you're just going to put your pointer like up here in the corner and just drag it like this. Just drag it. It's in H4, right? There, that's good, right there. So see how my upper left corner is in H4? So you're just going to drag this and put the upper left corner somewhere in H4. Now the bottom right is Q what? $19. So watch, bottom right corner, Q19. All you do is you take this little handle down here. See the bottom right handle? You're going to drag over to Q, and you're going to drag down to 19, which is right there. You're only going to drag it to here. And then you're going to let go. And if you mess this up, you just take this handle right here, and you can drag this handle. It's not going to damage the chart or the pie. It's not going to damage the pie chart. It's just going to change. So H4, Q19. Save it. People online, I know my face is blocking it. I'll put my face down just a little more so you can see that. That's Q19. All right, back to it. Everybody saved it? We're done. I think we're done with this chart. Nope, we're not done yet. Nope, we're not done yet. Okay, here we go. Step 5. Believe it or not, we're like almost halfway done with this. You're all like, wait, what? I told you 45 minutes today. Everybody, you have to be very careful with this one too. Notice it says double click the pie. So I'm going to double click the pie. I'm just going to put my pointer on the pie and go 1, 2. And it should open on the right a format data series pane. Do you all see the format data series pane? Almost, everybody? Okay, thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Now, notice, everybody, the next step says to click the San Diego slice once. So check it out. Before you do it, let me just tell you about this. So right now, the whole pie is selected. And how do you know that? There's little dots around all the pieces. We're going to click on the San Diego piece, which is the really, really big piece. We're going to click on it one time, like this. Click. You'll notice that the other dots now are, notice they're gone. They're gone, and they're gone. This is how you know that you selected it. If you do not have that piece selected, this next part is going to be really awkward. Because we are going to explode the pie piece. We're going to take the pie piece away from the rest of the pie. So you will notice, step C, we don't have to do step C, series options, because we're already in series options. See, some people get confused by that because they're like, well, where's series options? We're already there. So all you have to do, everybody, check it out. It says set the pie explosion percentage to 10. They call it something different here. They call it point explosion. So we're just going to increase point explosion over here to 10%. So you're just going to change this to 10. Now, I'm going to assume everyone in here got this correct. So people at home, if you selected the entire pie and you did 10%, the whole pie is going to explode out. And that means you did it incorrectly. That means you got to do a Control-Z, click on the San Diego piece, and then change it to 10%. Okay. We're good now, everybody? Good. Just the one pie? Okay. And then it says close the pane. So we're going to close the pane. Close the pane, goodbye. And click anywhere. Just click somewhere. Just click somewhere. Somewhere. I don't care where you click. All right. Okay. Now that we're done with that, step 6. Now we're going to display and format data labels on the chart. So I'm going to click once in the upper left corner of the chart, up here where notice how it says chart area. Just click once right there. That selects the chart. We don't want the pie pieces selected here, we just want the actual chart selected. So you'll see the little handles around the chart after you click on the chart. People at home, if you see anything else other than what you're seeing here, click in the upper left corner of the chart, and thank you. All right, so here we go, everybody. A couple things about the chart I want to talk about before we continue. I just want to say these things before we go through the steps. So, whenever it says to click the Chart Elements button, now there are 2 Chart Elements objects in Excel. There's a Chart Elements button, and there's a Chart Elements drop-down arrow. We are not going to use the Chart Elements drop-down arrow ever. We're only going to use the Chart Elements button. Got it? Because this is going to come into play later too. We're not using the drop-down arrow, we're using the button. So here we go. Nick, are you going to explain where they are? Okay, I will explain where they are. The Chart Elements button is this little plus in the upper right corner of the chart. This is the only one we're going to use. For your information, if you want to know where the Chart Elements drop-down arrow is, I said we're not using it. I hope whoever's watching this pays really close attention to this, because I don't want you using it either. Your instructor might, but I don't. So do not click this. I'm just showing you where it's at. There it is. Okay. Do not click this. Do not do what I'm doing here. Just watch. So the Chart Elements drop-down arrow is all the way over here on the left-hand side of the screen where it says Chart Area. This is the drop-down arrow. I don't want you using that. I want you using the plus over here, okay? Oh, what tab are you all on right now? Sorry, what tab were we on? Home?
Chart design.
Oh, you were all on? Okay, so we're still on chart design? Okay. All right, here we go. Next step, we're going to use the plus right here. So you're going to click on the plus. We're going to click the data labels arrow, bless you, and we're going to choose more options. So check it out. So we're going to click the plus. We're going to hover over data labels. See that little arrow? We're going to click that arrow. And we're going to choose more options. And you should see, you're like, hey, the pane came back up. Yes, the pane came back up. Oh, great, I got to move my face again. Ah, not that. Me, move me. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go, everybody. So we just did that. Step A, step B. Verify that the label options group is selected. It is. Does yours look like this? Yes? Okay, great. So we don't have to worry about that step. We don't have to worry about step C either. All right, step D. It's step D and E. We're going to do these together. It says, select the category name box, confirm that the percentage and show leader lines boxes are selected. But here's the thing, everybody down here. It wants you to make your options look like this down here, where it says category name, percentage, and show leader lines. Nothing else should be selected. So here we go. So we're going to click category name, this box right here, this checkbox right here. So we're clicking this. These are the 3 that should be showing. If value is checked on yours, uncheck it. It should just be these 3. Now, what looks weird about this? What looks strange to you about this?
The fact that you can't see Boston.
There we go! We can't see Boston. You're right, it's overlapping. The labels are overlapping. So we're going to fix that right now. Here we go. So now we're on step F. So that was D and E, everybody. Now we're on F. We're going to change the separator to the word space. The separator is right here. Right now it's a comma. We're going to change that to a space. Okay, it looks a little bit better, but there's still something wrong, and you know exactly what that is. It's still overlapping, so we got to fix that. So to do that, everybody, it's coming, don't worry. Step G, we are going to remove the fill, yes, we're going to remove the fill color from all of the labels. So that's what we're doing in step G. So here we go, ready? So the fill button is this thing that looks like a paint bucket. I used to call it the graduation cap, for those of you that are looking forward to that. It looks like a graduation cap, doesn't it, the little tassel? But no, that's the fill and line button. Let's click that. Now we're going to click on fill. And we're going to change this to no fill. And you'll notice that you can, yes, but there's still a problem. There's still overlapping, right. Okay, so hold on everybody. So next step. I know you don't like that it's white text on like a light background. I know. Don't worry, we're gonna change that. We're gonna fix this. Okay, so hold on everybody before we continue. I actually want us to do a step before we do step 7. I want us to do the step before we do step 7. I'm going to temporarily, where is it? Where does it tell me what colors? Oh, okay, so it is in step 7. So here's what I want to do, everybody. Before we do steps A through C, I want to do, we don't have to do step D. I just want to do step E first, which means we're going to change the color of the text to black text 1. Let's do step E before we do everything else, okay? Everybody's like, why are we doing that? Because everybody, your labels are selected right now. I don't want to get out of this until we necessarily have to. So let's come up here to the Format tab. And we are going to do a text fill. That's right here in the Word Art Styles group. What's that?
Would text options be work too?
Well, I guess, but this is the way that I've done it forever. So we'll go here to text fill for right now. Then we'll check out text options in a moment. But let's do this. So we're going to click on text fill up here. And we're going to choose this color right here, black text 1. This one right here. So we're going to click text fill, black text 1. Did all of your label text change to black?
Yes.
Yes? I thought I heard a no. Right. Where'd the no come from? You're just joshing with me now. All right. Okay. Don't click this. I'm just doing this for one of the students up front asked this question, so I'm going to just do this for my one student. You're right. We could have done text options and we could have changed it right here. You're absolutely correct. We could have done that. You're right. We could have done it that way too. So there's 2 ways to do it. All right. Let's close the pane, everybody. Close the pane. We're all done. Now, we skipped a couple steps. So we're going to go back. So everybody, there's a reason I did this. I did this so that you didn't have to click on those again. I've had people mess that up 100,000 times. So that's why we did it this way. Next, we're going to do steps A through C. So we're going to click the legend and we're just going to delete it. Don't worry about B. Just do A and C. B is no go. So we're going to click the legend and delete it. Click once over here on the legend, like that, and press delete on your keyboard. Boop. No, it's gone. How am I going to know what each piece is? Oh wait, there's words on the pieces, right? That's how I'm going to know what they are. All right, so congratulations everybody. We're now on step F. So look at what this shows here. So everybody, I want your charts to look like this. You might not drag it in the perfect position, but that's fine. You're going to drag each label one at a time now to make it look like this. So you can start with whatever one you want. I'm going to start with the biggest piece, and that's San Diego. I'm going to click once on San Diego. Notice I'm clicking on the edge of it. Now they're all selected, right? So you're going to click one more time on San Diego like this, just to select San Diego. So guess what? We're going to drag it now, right? To make it go on the outside, we're going to drag it like this. And just drag it over here. You're going to do that to all the other pieces now, one at a time, like this. I'm going to go St. Louis next. You notice when you click St. Louis, it only selects St. Louis. Then I can just drag it up here. Now I'm going to do Atlanta. Notice I'm clicking the edge of the box. I'm not clicking inside the box. Put it over here. Boston. Great, now I'm thinking about those donuts. All right. Thanks. In Chicago, now I'm thinking about lunch. All right. Okay. So it should ultimately look like this, everybody. And then when you're done with this, just click out of it.
You said it doesn't matter exactly.
It doesn't have to be this perfect like this. Notice how my Boston is different from their Boston. I'm not going to get it incorrect. They just want you to take it and put it out of the chart. Because notice how a line is like pointing to it?
Yes.
That's why. Well, everybody, hey, look, they're finally teaching you Control Z. How many projects has it been?
More than.
Click anywhere. Save it. We're done with that one. We're done with that chart. All right, everybody, we got one more chart on this worksheet. You're like, wait, there's only one more on this worksheet? Then we're going to do something pretty easy to the other one, to the other sheet, and then we're finished. All right, everybody, here we go. We are now going to create a clustered bar chart. So all we're going to do for this, is we're going to select cells A22 through B26. So all you're going to do is come over here to Boston down here. A22, you're going to put it in the middle of Boston. You're going to hold down your left mouse button. You're going to drag down to the 26250 down here in cell B26 and let go. Now, everybody, notice that there's a little box that appears down here, the quick analysis button. One more time, all I did was select Boston to 26250 like this. Then we're going to click this box right here, the quick analysis button right here. The little box that appears, bottom right corner, click that. We're supposed to create a bar chart, so we're going to click on Charts right here. And we're going to click the one that says Clustered Bar, this one right here. And you should have a chart that looks like that. By the way, everybody, again, if I haven't said it before, as a person who's done data analytics for decades, I would never submit something called chart title to anybody on the face of this earth. But it says chart title, so I really do hope we're going to fix that. Don't worry, if you're just joining us, we created a pie chart. Now we're creating the bar chart. So we're going to move, we're on to step 9. Ooh, we really are going to finish within 20 minutes. Okay, the hard parts are already done, everybody. The rest of this it's all downhill from there. So here we go. Oh good, I get to talk over that. So we've done this before. We're going to move the top left of the chart to C21, bottom left to L40. You've done this before. So we're going to drag the chart upper left to C21 like this. There's C21. Now it wants us to go to L what? L40. So you're going to take your pointer, bottom right corner here, you're going to drag over to L, down to 40. Makes it much bigger, like that.
C21.
So C21 to L40. I have to keep moving myself on the video. Okay. I'm saving again. Saving again before we continue. That was all of step 9, what we just did. Step 10. We already have the bar chart object selected. We don't have to worry about step A. Step B. Hey, look what style we're going to put on it again. Style 3, the silver style. So, all you do is come up here and click on the silver one up here. Style 3 in the chart styles gallery. Click on that. So what did it add to each of the bars? What's on each of the bars now?
The amounts.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. I do have a pet peeve about this as well, just to let you all know. I don't like that there's numbers out here with nothing, like, nothing going out there. It's like dead space. And again, chart title, I would always change chart title. Oh, thank God, we are changing it. There's what we're going to change it to. It's step 11. Okay. All right, step 11. Select one of the data labels in any bar and change the size, font size to 16. So, here we go, everybody. Click once on the $26,250 right here. Click once right here. Not everybody's looking up here. Click once on the $26,250. It will select all of the data labels. Font size 16. What tab do I go for font size 16? Format. Home. Thank you. So home. Trying to throw me off. All right. We're going to change the 9 to 16. We're going to make this almost double the size. You'll notice that the font gets a lot bigger. Hey, at least we can read it now. Okay, keep in mind I'm zoomed in at 130%, so that would have been really small at 100. Okay, here we go. We are going to change the chart title from chart title to total, total sales by city. No period. So check it out. We're just going to click in here. We're going to get rid of chart title. Total sales by city. So there's the title. People watching this, you got to think I'm crazy. I'm not. I'm rational. But you're learning. You're learning. That's the most important thing. All right. Are we good? This is what happens. This is what happens when I take too much focus factor in the morning. All right. Step 12. That focus factor stuff messes with my brain. You know those vitamins? Yeah, I don't think they're supposed to be for old people, but it's working pretty good. So anyway, moving on. So next, we're going to delete the horizontal axis. Here's how you do it, everybody. We're just going to click once on one of these numbers down here in the horizontal axis. Just click one of the numbers like that. It'll put a box around all of them. So just click one of these. Just click one of these. And then delete. Gone. Poof. Out of here. And they're all done. You know I still don't like this chart, right? There's too much dead space. All right, moving on. Remember I said we're not going to use the chart elements drop down, so that's why I had you do it that way. Next, we're not going to click the chart elements drop down list because they want you to format the bars. So we're going to click on, check it out. We're just going to click on one of the bars like this. Boop. And now all the bars are selected. This is much easier than clicking drop down, drop down, drop down. You can in real life, this is how I alter my charts. I do not do it the way the book wants you to do it. All right, moving on. We're going to click the Shape Effects button in the Format tab. So here's the Format tab. Shape Effects. And we're going to choose Shadow Offset Bottom Right. So we're going to click on Shape Effects. Shadow. Hey, look, it's the first one under Outer. Offset Bottom Right. Click it. So what did it do to all the bars? It put a what on it?
Shadow.
There you go. Beautiful. I couldn't have said it any better myself. I'm saving again. Saving again, everybody. All right, next. Step F. Yes, believe it or not, everybody, we are going to finish in the next 15 minutes. So here we go. We're really toward the end of this now. You're not hardly going to do anything to the other sheet, just letting you know this. All right, here we go. We are not going to click the chart elements drop-down list. We're just going to simply click once on the vertical axis. So we're just going to click once on one of the city names over here. It selects all the city names. Next, in the Format tab, we're going to click the Format Selection button. So up here, all the way on the left of the ribbon, Format Selection. Click that button right there. And, yay, a pane appears. What a pain. So, we are going to click the Axis Options button in the Axis Options group. I'm already here. Do you see Axis Options?
Yes.
Everybody in the back? Everybody using our computers? Yes? Shoot! Then all we have to do here is click one checkbox, and that's this. Categories in reverse order. Click it. And now which city is first?
Boston.
Boston.
That's it. That's all we had to do. Look at all this stuff. Look at all these steps. We're done with step 12. Oh boy, not one of these. Oh, look at all that text. Look at all that text, including the dot. Everybody, let's do this right now in the instructions. Please copy this whole paragraph right here. Please just copy this. And the period. Copy. Just do a Control-C. We're just going to do a Control-C, Control-V. All right. So copy that. Now, look what it says. Right-click the border of the bar chart and select Edit Alt Text. So check it out. I'm going to put my pointer on the border. See how it's right here on the edge? I'm going to right-click right there. You should get this menu. You're going to come all the way down here to Edit Alt Text. And then we're simply going to paste Control-V. Oh, if you don't get the period on the end like me, type the period. I thought I got the period. So I had to type it in. But Nick, what about the pie chart? Guess what, everybody? We're not going to touch the pie. We're not going to touch the pie chart. That's all we're doing. We're done. We're done with that. Close. We're not done with the project, but we're done with this. Oh, Go ahead and close the pane. It says click cell A1. I don't care what cell you click. Click somewhere. Click a cell. Click a blank cell. Saving again. We good over here? Good over here? Yeah? Okay. All right. Oh, and if you see this, just close it. Just close whatever pane is open. All right. We are done with this sheet. Here we go. 10 minutes. We'll finish this in 10 minutes. Back to the first sheet here, first period, down here, bottom left corner. All right. We're not going to do much to this. However, you are going to learn. Oh, if you make this bigger, again, if you don't see the numbers, what do you do? What do you do? If you want to see the numbers, you just double click between the columns, like the column letters up here, like this. So you can see the numbers. See how I'm doing that? Now I see all the numbers. Okay. If you see pound symbols down there, just double click between the column letters up top. All right, here we go. Next, you're going to learn how to use sparklines. Sparklines are miniature, yes, miniature line graphs that will fit inside of one cell. Yeah, right? We're going to put a chart inside of a singular cell in Excel. So here we go. We're going to select cells B19 to E19. That's down here. So you're going to put your pointer here on B19, drag across to E. Just these four. Just these four right here. Do not select the total. Just those four cells. So 30,000, 57,910, 30,025, and 31,925. Those are the only four that should be selected. Next, that was step B. Step C, we're going to insert sparklines, line sparklines. So we're going to come up here to the Insert tab. Here's the sparklines group. We're going to click on Line. All right, so you notice that your data range is B19 to E19. And now they're asking you, what cell are we going to put this in? So, This is telling you to put it in I-19. Now, check it out, everybody. We only have to click on the cell I-19. We don't have to type it or anything, so check it out. We're just going to click once on I-19, which is right here, this blank cell, right where my pointer is. I-19. When you clicked on it, you notice that it already put the dollar symbols around it. You don't have to type that in. And people who have been having to type in dollar symbols, I hope it automatically popped up for you. So I know some people have machines that for some reason it doesn't do this. Okay. Am I finished with that?
Yes.
I am finished with that. So we're going to click what?
Okay.
Okay. Ta-da! There it is. Nice little tiny. I think it's too tiny. Should we probably make it bigger? Yes, Nick, we should make it bigger. Okay, great. By the way, everybody, look at step 15. Look. That's the last step, and we're finished. Told you we'd be done by 10:45. All right, here we go. Last step. You've done this before. We're going to change the row height to 35, column width to 40. So here we go. Ready? Home tab. Whoop. Format under the cells group is way over here on the right side of the ribbon. We're going to click Format. And we're going to click Row Height. Row height is what again? 35. So we're going to change 24 to 35. And we're going to click what?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, it made it taller, but we need to make it wider. So we're going to click Format again up here in the cells group. Column width is right here.
40.
And we're doing 40. Notice we're changing that from 8.43 to 40, so it's going to make it 5 times as well, almost 5 times as wide. So column width, same button, Format, up here, column width, 40. Okay. That's much better. Now, some of you are going, would Nick really click the Format button? And heck no, I would just adjust the column. I would adjust it high and wide until I would drag until I felt it looked good. But you can do it this way too. Like you can seriously drag this and like the columns, make it wider and everything. Yeah, so you're not like stuck having to do this every time. All right, done with that. Step C. We're going to select the markers box in the show group in the sparkline tab. So let's click back on the sparkline tab up here at the top of the screen. And we are going to click the checkbox over here for markers. See all the checkboxes to the left of the gallery? We're going to click once on markers. And it puts little dots on it for us. Now, we're going to change the color of the line to brown. Sparkline style accent 6, darker 50%. So, check it out. We're going to click the more arrow up here in the style gallery. It's going to be this first one, or the last one, all the way in the first row. Brown, sparkline style, accent 6, darker 50. Click on it. You'll notice it changes the color of the markers as well. There you go. Next, I don't want to miss any of these steps. We're at the end. Look. We're going to apply outside borders to that cell. So here's how you do it, everybody. Easiest way. Home tab. We're going to click the drop down arrow right here in the font group for borders. So by the way, just for your information, because we're only selecting one cell in this case, you can either click all borders or outside borders. It will do the same thing. Both of these will do the same exact thing. It's going to put a border around the cell. So now, check it out, everybody. It wants you to click the number 4 on the left side of your screen, row 4. So we're going to click over here, the number 4. Now check this out. For this step, you don't actually have to click the number 4. You can actually click A4, B4. As long as you're inside that row somewhere, you can accomplish this last step. So all they want us to do is change the row height to 35. Hope you know how to do this. Format up here in the cells group. Row height. We're changing it from 24 to 35. And it makes it taller. Don't ask me why they wanted us to do that. I didn't really see the point in doing that. But I guess they just wanted us to, understand how to change row heights. Oh, everybody, fastest way to set your page orientation to landscape. Step I, which tab do I click on? This is review. Which tab do I click on to change the page orientation? At the top, which one? Page layout. Click page layout. There's the orientation button right there, right underneath the tab, right here, orientation, landscape. Change it from portrait to landscape. I missed that step so many times in this project. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 10:42. We're finished. Save your file. You're like, wait a minute, it's this easy this time? I told you you'd like me this week. I'm going to upload my file. Remember, back to top is your friend on your instructions. And it's Blue Lake 03. I'm excited. I'm excited. 42 minutes. Yes, that's 26 points. People at home, people around the world watching this, I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for being here once again. I hope you have a lovely day, lovely rest of your week. We'll catch you on Tuesday for Chapter 8, Computing Essentials.